Yo, what up, people? I'm Smithers R, and these are my shitty ass curtains, and this is my fucking like special of the fucking week. Why the fuck not? Anyway, Smithers my fucking R here today, of course, to give you guys. Oh my god, it's been a while, and I really want to get this one. I don't know why I put it off, but fuck it. Outbreak Company, episode 1, motherfucking review. If I still had edited, then there would have been a review there, but fuck that shit. Not yet. Not in this crunch time. No, fuck that. Anyway, the thing is, Outbreak Company, the way it ended episode 1, with the last thing said, I'm questionable on if I should continue watching this shit or not. I don't know though, because it's just funny as shit. Fuck it. No summary, we're jumping around this shit, okay? We're jumping around this shit. The first thing that we're jumping to, okay, is, like, there was, like, this, I don't know if it was a video specifically that I watched, and by the way, fuck it, why not? Really quick, there will be a link, don't move your screen, make sure annotations are on, and then, just in case, like, it was a different video and you guys didn't hear that, yo, okay, so, real quick, move your mouse to about the center of my screen, like, near my forehead, okay, now, click. There you go. Real fast, fuck that. Okay, now, the thing is, there was like this weird noise, like this Japanese, like, yo. I'm like, yo. Like, just going through, like, it happened 3 fucking times. It happened, the first time when this nigga was, like, talking to her. Like, it was like, I believe it happened 3 times. It happened 1 time when this dude was, like, talking to her, like, oh, half elves aren't treated good here. And then he started going on this rant about love, and I was like, yo! And then it started doing that, yo. It was just so fucking funny. And then it did that shit before that, like when this nigga was like sitting down there. I was like, yo, what the fuck is this sound? And then the third time, when the giant ass fucking demon dude came in, and he was like, I'm your, like, if you need us, just come get us. Like legit. And he was like, big ass mouth. And the second his foot came up, and it started painting up this nigga, it just started doing like, yo. It's the funniest shit ever. Go check that fucking link out, yo. I don't know if it was my video or if it's anime. Fuck it. That was the shit. That fucking noise was just like this shit. And then they did it again. Like, I can't remember the other times that they did it. Like, but they did it. I was like, yo, like, it's just the funniest noise ever. And I was waiting for that shit to show up again. And let's skip to, of course, the beginning, the main overhaul of this. Okay, so there's an otaku who's showing his room, and there were many. By the way, there were many anime drops in this anime. Comment down below which ones you found, because I found like 3. I want to know which ones you guys found. And the thing about it is, okay, he's just sitting on his fucking computer, just and he finds like this thing about like otaku's wanted or some shit like that. And he does this test, and it's like an otaku test, and it's asking him all these questions about like Mo and all these different genres and shit like that. And he apparently passes it with like flying colors, 100%. Nigga did the best test on a very hard test about otaku shit. And so he goes into a meeting for this place for this job. And basically this dude's like, oh, okay. It's like you got the highest scores. You're doing good. Would you like a job? And then he's like, what's the job? And he's like, oh, remember that coffee I was talking about? Why don't I go get it? It's like, what's the job? I gotta go get this coffee real quick. And then he gives him the coffee, and he sips it. And he's like, so what was this job? And he's like, yo, this nigga got drugged. Yo. And then he wakes up in a room, and then there's this maid there, and she's like, I'm your maid. And this dude's like, yeah. This dude. And so we're introduced to his maid, and his maid, I believe they dropped her name there, but it might have been later on, where her name was like Musul, or some shit like that. Or Misul. Miusel. So, whatever the fuck. Anyway. And then from there, oh my god, yo. This dude goes on like this rant and shit. Like, yo, maid, yeah. I'm like, yo, this nigga is a real otaku. But the thing about it was, this dude is like otaku way. It's like not very, like, he's one of those perverted otakus. Like, like you see in other animes. He's one of those, like, he's perverted, but he's like one of those guys that hides it, sort of, in a way. He isn't just like, "Yo, titty," like, no, no, no. He'll notice them and shit like that, but he won't come out and blurt it. And when he does it like in a, like a question like way. Because then this girl came in and she's like his head of security just in case shit goes down. And the thing about it is, she comes in and it's like, "Yo, bro." I'm like, "Yo, what the fuck is this, yo?" Always in animes, always in animes. Anyway, Japanese anime is Japanese, yo. And he's like, "Oh," he knows this right away. He's like, F's. I'm like, "Yo, yo, this nigga, yo, fuck it, yo." So he does have those moments when he's like, yeah, he's a perp, but then he has those moments when he isn't. Another one being, of course, because, but fuck it, we'll get on that later. Anyway, thing is, basically the dude comes in like this weird ass fucking vehicle and just, "Yeah, I'm president," like in this weird ass Humvee, and it like opens up and it's really bloxy. Like if you get what I'm saying, it's like, it's not boxy, it's like bloxy. Fuck it. And it's like bluey and green. I'm like, fuck it. Anyway, and so from then, fuck that shit. Anyway, so we get on, and basically he starts explaining he gives him his real business card, and he's basically like, "Okay, you are now like this like cultural fucking thing," and basically the whole plot is they need an otaku guy there to help spread Japanese anime to the public of this world. And we're described how they found this world. Apparently, motherfuckers were searching around a fucking mountain. I believe it was like anyway, in Japan. And they found this fucking hole, like, just like, fucking ripping the ground. It's like a hyperdimensional rift and shit. And it got real, like, scientific. And I was like, yo, well, not really, like, scientific, like, fuck, not super, but a little bit. With some science fiction. I was like, yo, I'm digging this, I'm digging this. And then basically the dude goes down it and it's like, goes in there, it's like, it's a world, and we found it. And so, of course, we sent in a fucking team to go try and talk to the royals. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Fucking humans. But then, I don't know if this was a mistake on animators, or if the manga didn't do this, but that was kind of weird. But they came in there and we see these group of, like, Marines, and none of them have weapons. Like legit, they have, like, the ammo shit and all, the camo and all that, the fucking bandanas and the eye paint and shit, but they don't have no weapons on them, no guns at all. There ain't none on the floor, there ain't, like, they have backpacks, but, I mean, come on, there ain't even a pistol on their hip. That kind of freaked me out. I was like, that doesn't make sense. So basically, they just sent in Marines there for actual time. I don't know, it's like, because then there's a big ass fucking army, niggas on horses, with fucking swords, and bow and arrows. I'm like, yo, that's my shit. That's my shit. Medieval times, nigga, you don't know nothing about that. In medieval times, it wasn't no fucking blah 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 blah. No. Fuck that shit. You had one shot and you made that shit count, or your ass was dead. It wasn't no fucking any motherfucking pick up a fucking gun and just, yeah. Motherfucker pick up a sword and he tried to, yeah, but he'd fuck up sometimes. And he had to get some fucking training. Yeah, he fucking ramble. Yeah, fuck him, nigga. Fuck it. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. I'm getting way off topic and doing some weird shit. So fuck it. Thing about it is, they're surrounded, and but there was a wise man there, and there's some dude like legit, like dressed like Caesar and this bitch, like Greek shit. I'm like, he's like old and like he's like one of those stereotypical like Greek fucking kings and shit, or lords, and I'm like, yo, that's really weird, but fuck it. And then basically they were wise and they decided instead to take him to the palace and work out some shit because they didn't want bloodshed. And the thing about it is, we see like this palace, and but we don't see exactly who's sitting there, and then it ties in later. And so then, of course, we had the scene with all that. Yeah. I'm like, yo. And I basically, yeah. The thing is, yeah, I'm trying to decide if I should go for this or not. Okay, let's fucking say, okay. He wakes up after, of course, all that introduction shit, and and he has, of course, his nice moments where like, he's opening the door for her and all that shit. And there was this one moment when right when the yo shit was going on, yeah, when basically we find out that elves are not treated well, and she was expecting a beating. Like her face when she like, oh my god, yo, that face. Oh my god, that fucking face. Like she was scared as shit. Great anime, yo, great animation. Like you could see that fear in her eyes. Like she knew she fucked up. She was gonna get fucked up. Like yo. Basically, you find out half elves, of course, again reinstating that the fact that they're not treated very well. But he's like, no, fuck that, and he starts doing that like otaku shit. And I was expecting this nigga to be perverted, but he wasn't perverted though. That was the thing. And so he does have, again, tying in with the, he has sort of on-off moments with his perversion, and he's an otaku. Because he wasn't like licking it. I was like, yo, is he about to lick this shit? Like, you know, because he was like worshiping these fucking ears, but he wasn't like perverted that much about it. I was like, this is kind of weird. Kind of is. But then, basically, this is when stuff gets like, yo. He goes to sleep and he's having this dream about him and his mom sitting in the park. And it's a nice dream. I mean, it's like just him and his mom, and about how he didn't want to study and stuff like that. And then she broke out like manga reading and free time. I'm like, yo. And basically gave him the idea of textbooks and having your own. And shit like that. I believe that his mom might actually got him into manga. So I'm like, yo, that's some cool shit. That's some cool shit. And the thing about it was, he woke up. And I'm like, oh, it was a dream. And I'm like, okay. And then weird shit happens. And no. We're gonna fucking talk about this, because no. If you notice, he had an erection. No, we're talking about, no. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this? No, we're gonna explain why. We're gonna explain why, real fucking quick. This nigga was having a dream about him as a little kid and his mom. And he woke up with an erection. Now, no fucking set. I'm not gonna go into it as much stuff. That was just mad. I was like, what the fuck is this? And then it comes this girl, and I'm like, oh, fuck, the situation. Like, oh, he has a... No, they fucking played it off like, it's gone now. I was like, oh, fuck. I was expecting one of those hilarious scenes where, like, because he got up. He's gonna go eat dinner, or breakfast or some shit. Anyway. And she starts undressing him and shit while he's talking. I'm just like, yo, doesn't this have a erection right now? And apparently he doesn't, so I'm like, oh, fuck. Because I was like, yeah. Because, you know, I mean, I thought that was going to be one of those, like, funny, hilarious situations. Like, no, I can't get out the bed. And then she's like, why? And then, she, you know, one of those, like, because they're different species, sort of, in a way. They're from different worlds. And so, I was expecting one of those situations. But no. She's undressing him and shit. And I was like, yo. Because at the time, I thought he had her. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, what the fuck's going on? I was like, yo, what the fuck's she doing? She And then he basically like stops her, and I say, "Oh fuck, you know what? Fuck it. That sort of situation ain't gonna happen either." And so the thing about it was, basically she was about to get beaten. She felt she was about to get beaten. We saw another fear face, and I'm digging that one too. I'm digging that one more than the first one now. And basically he explains that he was just embarrassed, and because she thought it's like he broke down through like logistics, like, what if I tried to address you? He was like, oh, but I'm not worthy of your hands or some shit. I'm like, and then the other one was like, okay, what if somebody that you knew that was at your same level said, I want to undress you, and started undressing you? Like, or just started to fucking undress you. It's like, that would be embarrassing and weird and shit. And so he broke it down in a good way, and she's like, oh, she got it. And the final thing, basically, they're going to the fucking palace, be on your top guard. Apparently, they're not taking the fucking bloxy-ass fucking car, because they don't want, there's still some people that don't, accept them yet into the whole thing. And so, it's gonna, they want to stay low-key. They don't want to be like, yo, flashy and shit. They want to stay low-key. So, I'm like, man, you got haters out there, shit. I see what you're saying. Yeah, fuck it. And then from there, goes into basically you gotta be on your top guard. And I can't believe I didn't say this nigga's name one fucking time during this shit. His name, by the way, is like Shinji. Or Shinji. Yes. Shinji. By the way, there you go, there's his fucking name. And I don't know how I went through the entire fucking thing without saying his fucking name. Or did I say it? Fuck it. Anyway. The thing is, the way that they did this, I was digging. It was like one of those whole things where there's an ambassador from another world and he's talking to like, he's like another kingdom, like guys coming in, and if he doesn't show respect to the princess in this other world, they're done. You know, it's like, well, we didn't know it was a princess at the time, but still, if you don't show respect to these fucking royalty, then you're done. They'll fucking kill you. There'll fucking be a war, like with niggas and swords and niggas with rockets. And I'm just saying, niggas with swords looking pretty weak to that fucking rocket. Just saying. But they do have dragons, so oh my god, yo, they got dragons. Anyway, so he's going in, he's doing the whole thing. Oh, don't look at her, and we see this like. We hear like this really old fucking man start speaking. And then basically, then we hear this little girl start talking. I'm like, okay, oh, fuck. That means that there's like a princess. But it was like, it sounded like a girl. Like, oh fuck. Lolicon time. It's Lolicon time in this bitch. Oh, fuck. Every fucking anime. Lolicon. It's getting kind of weird, okay? It's just getting kind of, there are too many, there are too many. Cut it down. Maybe with just one without a fucking lolicon. One time. Just saying. And so basically, he looks up. She gives him permission to look up. Anyway, he tried before, and she's like, no, you're not fucking up like that. And then he looks up, and he's like, a lolicon, little girl. I'm like, and he goes like this whole spiel, and everybody's like, oh, he called her a little girl. And she gets up and she starts getting pissed. Like he's doing like this whole thing like a little girl, and then there's like aura coming out and like magical shit. I'm like, what the fuck? And then they like shoot something into her face, and I'm like, why do I have to be the lolicon? Why? Why the lolicon? And you just see this old man while she's just going off on this motherfucker, just like this. I'm just like, yo, this motherfucker over there. I believe he was the one that's talking, but we didn't exactly know who was talking, but I assume it was that dude. And then basically, she runs up and punches the nigga in the chin. And then she's getting held back, and like all this crazy mayhem's going on. And the last thing we hear, I love little girls. No. Why is that the last thing we gotta hear? Like, legit. Like, why is the last thing that he has to say before the anime's over and it goes to the closing and then the preview for the next episode is that I love little girls? All I gotta say. That's that thing that's making me wonder if I should. I'm gonna give this episode 2 a try. I am. That whole little girl thing. Cause he was being like real perverted. I'm like, yo. Fuck it. And that was basically the episode. So we got a nice, interesting plot. And I wish I was this nigga. Fuck it. He's in a magical world with dragons and shit. And he could still use his. Apparently, this nigga can still use his iPhone. Yo. Anyway, this episode overall, you know what? Even with that lolicon ending, and that shit with him and his mom, and then even with that shit, fuck it, 9.1 out of 10. It was a great episode. It was. I mean, it was interesting. We got everything we needed to hear. We got the situation. We got the plot, and now we just gotta see how it proceeds. So I'm digging it. It did a pretty good job. And I might review it later. So with that being said, Smith's 2 motherfucking R. Great fucking episode. Let's continue this shit with the next video whenever fuck comes out. Peace the fuck out. Damn it. Maybe one day I'll fucking get this shit.